Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Mystic Junkies podcast, the history of mystery comedy show. We're not experts, we're just obsessed and a little crazy. And this week we're going to be talking about something you probably wouldn't expect us to be talking about if you're looking at this video. But we'll get into it in a little bit here, but we had a good week, everybody. Yes, we're back.
Yeah.
Les, we're back with Les again. He took last week off, but we're here, man.
Went to the Bucks game.
Ooh.
Nice.
You
one.
won, right?
We won and we shouldn't have. I guess it was the last two Bucks games at Pam. We go to maybe one game a year, and last year we went to the playoff game with Los Angeles, and then we went to this Monday night game, and they were carbon copy games. Horrible games for 3.5 quarters. Horrible, boring, bad. Wished you hadn't have spent the money. Drank more than you should have. Whatever. And then just like that game, the other game, at about the 6-7 minute mark. In the Los Angeles game, I'm going to say half the stadium left. I mean, it was massive.
I can imagine.
The only reason we didn't leave that game is because we thought, well, shit, everybody's leaving now. We'll just get it. Might as well stay, And then they rallied. And then this game was the same way. We were sitting there, and about a third of the crowd gets up and leaves at that 8-minute mark when they just had a last horrible, set of downs, and so we were just like, what the hell, just stick around, and then here they come, and I'll tell you what, we'll say the same thing. That game and the other game, that last 5 or 6 minutes was about as exciting as any sporting event thing we've ever been to. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. But boy, you had to hang in there with the Bucks. So anyway,
bunch of fair-weathered friends leaving early.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
Had money on the game.
Yeah. Well, and we had people around us from New England at the first game, and they were all like, "We learned living up there. You don't ever leave a Brady game early.
Yep.
There's no telling.
You can't count them out ever.
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable. Wow. So anyway, that was kind of cool and a good week otherwise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my Zayden's little birthday, my little grandson.
Oh, it's his birthday.
Birthday
turns
boy.
4 tomorrow.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. We had a little birthday party Saturday. It was great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice. Nothing new here.
Nothing new?
Nothing new this week.
Yeah? No car accidents?
No new cat either. Still looking.
Still looking for a car?
Yeah.
Play pickleball?
Played a little. No competitions, just for fun,
Just dominated.
Well, people say that I pick on the elderly, so.
Whoa! I could see
play
that.
with old people.
I could totally see that.
I do not.
I would
just spiking it right in their face.
It's always accidental, and there's no sorry in pickleball.
Cursing at them in your native tongue.
That's what I do in boxing too. I just box kids, so my record is like 0 for 10 knockouts. Yeah, I'm undefeated.
Chuck them up against the wall.
Wrecking these kids out.
That's right.
It's good for the spirit.
Easy jingle all the way. All right. What'd you guys do? What'd you do?
I got a front door again, thank God. I've been living without, not living without a front door. That'd be weird. No,
Sounds like a book.
Yeah, I know, right? Seriously. That's my memoirs. I call it Living Without a Front Door.
I think great time.
Living without a front door.
Self-help book.
Yeah, damn right. Shh, don't be taking my name.
You're going to buy that website now.
I know, right after the show. Living without a front door.
Then you got to get living without a front door 87.
No, that shit happened like right after the hurricane. Although my door like just decided to take a shit, broke right down the middle, and like my landlord's like, "Oh, it's gonna be like 2 months before we can get it special ordered." So I had to like get a bunch of wood and barricade the door from the inside because like they could just literally rip the door in half, if they wanted to. Anybody.
Like we knew about. I know.
But now I got a new front door, so whatever.
Now we can't.
It
New
took
front
2
door.
fucking months. 2 months. And
door,
we've just been
wow.
like using it as storage space area almost because we just
Barricade in
when you're
it
not,
in.
you barricaded a door.
crazy.
It's a wall now.
Lowe's has those things.
That's what I said to my landlord. I was like, bro, 2 months, like I could go and pick one up right now.
Yeah.
Do this
Amazon
shit
could
myself.
deliver one.
Probably. No, it's a
Absolutely.
bunch of bullshit. It was a bunch of bullshit.
Mine.
Everything you said, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Like, I need a new door. Well, it's not a priority.
Kind of really
fucking is.
No, that moment where you're like, I don't have a front fucking door. Like I've never had that feeling in all 20 like something
Did you just
plus
have
years.
beads? Just walking.
Just left it open to the elements.
The 70s.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
bamboo bead curtain.
so open-minded over here. A little bit. I got to work for Tanya Lee Davis. By the way, on stage, I almost called her Tanya Lee Harding. And I was like, that's not what the name is.
No.
And I'm sure that's happened before.
Yeah, Tanya Lee Harding. No, but she was really fun actually. Little person, very small. I was like shocked how small she actually was.
Perfect area to take out knees.
Yeah.
3'6".
3'6". Yeah,
Really?
yeah. She's the nicest person you could ever meet.
She's a sweetheart, man.
Yeah. Well, she's been out there for a long time,
Yeah.
and I've always known about her, and I knew she was a good act, and just it will like a bunch of those acts. Just for whatever reason, we just never
Haven't gotten 'em yet.
worked it out, and I've been trying to do that with some of those acts that have been out there forever and hadn't played our club before to try to. Greg Hahn was another
Greg
one
Hahn,
of them,
yeah.
and get some of those Basil and some of these guys.
Basil.
They've all been fun.
They are,
They're
yeah.
great acts.
Characters, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Tanya, she liked my set. So the first show went really well. The second show, they did not like me, and I didn't like them. but it was a fun show. And then after, she gave me this edible, and I swear it was the scariest looking fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Like she literally handed it to me like with wide eyes. She was like, don't. It's like a 75 milligram edible, and I was like, I said, you eat these? She's like, yeah, I can handle like 2 of these, and I was like, you're crazy.
fuck?
Yeah, and she's little,
Yeah.
Right.
I kind of felt intimidated by
Yeah,
it.
dude.
No,
Well,
I
I
still
guess
haven't
it
taken it.
Just
probably
goes to
could
show that
dominate you.
tolerance comes in small
It
packs.
does. It does. It doesn't matter how big you are. Yeah.
No, I guess not.
But she was like, be careful with this. And I was like, I'm not going to take this. I'm going to be honest with you. This is just to be nice.
I've never even heard of
No, I don't like edibles. They freak me out, honestly.
I love edibles.
Well, you
but
can have this
not
one.
like that.
I will.
Let me get
No,
it. Get it.
no.
What?
What?
Hey, he offered it to me.
It looks like a monster. I don't know. Usually they're like little cute, like
She probably made it herself.
like penguins or something.
He's taking it and he's gonna pass out on the floor.
There's like angel dust in it and shit too, She's like, I love these.
No, it looks like it. Yeah, it's the scariest thing I've ever seen. But anyway, that was my week. But
That's cool.
how about you, Twee? What'd you do?
What's your new thing?
My new thing for the week was actually it's kind of related to a little bit of the topic, but I made soba noodles, which, if you don't know what soba noodles are, they're a Japanese buckwheat noodle. I've eaten them before, but I've never made the actual dish. So that was kind of cool to kind of put it together, all the ingredients, and I made the broth from scratch. And
Nice.
it's delicious. It's
Very
very
well.
subtle, yeah. Well, I mean,
heard of soba noodles.
Japanese food in general is very, like, I don't want to say bland, but it is compared to like other more like cuisines that you might be used to, like maybe like Chinese or Thai.
Right.
Thai is very spicy, and
Yeah.
Vietnamese and Korean can be
Starting a
spicy
culture
too.
war here?
No. I'm just saying. So like Japanese, they're more about like simplicity and subtleness. I mean, you can add your own stuff to your own dish, but they don't oversalt things or really spicy things.
Yeah,
So soba is kind of like that, where it's like a broth dish. The noodles are, like I said, they're buckwheat, so they can be anywhere from like beige to dark. I learned a lot about this just from doing the research for making it. Yeah. So you put together, it's kind of like almost like a pizza where you can put there's like staple ingredients, like you have to have the sauce and you have to have the dough, right? But then as far as toppings, you can kind of make it up as you go, even though there's sort of like the regular stuff. So there's like the mushrooms, and you can
Ramen
add
type of style.
yeah, you could add like the seaweed.
yeah.
You definitely have to add some kind of like green component, like bok choy or something. But the toppings can be anything. I use pork belly, and then I used shredded carrots, mushrooms, So, I mean, you can add shrimp, you can add whatever, but the broth is very subtle. You can salt your own individual bowl, but it was delicious. It was
Sounds
good.
like something that you would like make like really wasted, and even say it too, because like I'm Thoba.
Boba noodles.
So
I need me some Thoba noodles.
nice. Well, I guess it's called soba, just like how you might say like udon noodles, or you might say like linguine. Like when you say linguine, you don't have to explain what linguine is. You just know, right? Or like if you say angel hair, you don't have to say, well, it's a kind of pasta that blah, blah, blah. Or you say bow tie. It's just, when you say soba, you just know exactly the kind of noodle that it is.
Is it
So
like a thicker noodle or like a thinner?
no, it's actually
Sounds
pretty
like
thin.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, but yeah, I would imagine like this big rope of noodle. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's
Because
like
it sounds like soda bread. That's why.
Yeah, maybe.
or like udon. You're used to like the thicker udon noodles,
Or udon,
but soba
yeah.
is like really thin, almost like the rice vermicelli. And I could just see like, I mean, you could just whip it together. Like, I mean, I made it from scratch, but it's something that you can even kind of throw together if you had like chicken broth at home.
That's cool.
And then just whatever ingredients that you might have in your pantry and your fridge.
You just throw it all in a pan, in a pot. Boil
Yeah,
water.
well, actually, the water you would, but then when you're making your own dish, when you're layering it, then you just make it in your own individual bowl. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So your own bowl you can put whatever you want in your own bowl.
and then you put the broth on top.
Right.
Right.
And I've heard of like cold broth and hot broth. I did the hot because
It's better.
yeah, it's better.
Cold
so
broth.
Ew.
Cold soup.
I would never know.
It's cold
Like
soup. It's
gazpacho?
like a Bloody Mary.
Gazpacho.
Yeah, gazpacho. Cold.